Hey, good afternoon. It's Bob, Trade Genius. It's the 22nd of August. And what I want to do is just, as I always do, start off talking about the main ES market. And I highlighted some areas here because people in the room were asking questions about taking trades and not taking trades. And um, so like I said, I don't really start looking at the market, because I don't really roll out of bed to 4:30, and so this trade here I didn't take, but people asked about would I have taken it, and so you had a overbought money stream or money flow system. Is not money stream. That's a different charting program, and you have sitting at SD2, and we're sitting on a support line for volatility, and it started to roll over. And yes, this would have been a trade that you could have went short on the futures, and you probably would have covered about right here. So you're not talking about a huge opportunity, but if you also were just scaling down your position, or you were moving and trailing your stop, you could have rolled it all the way down further, but you would have been stopped out probably in here or in here for sure. And then here's the trade I'm most interested in. It's a trade we did take, and we took it with binary options as well, is that we have a touch of the VWAP. This happens a lot. So either it comes down to the VWAP or it comes up to the VWAP before 5:36 in the morning Pacific time, where I'm at. And then you get a buy signal on the money flow, you get a buy signal on the stochastics, you're at a buy signal support area with VWAP, and you take this trade. And then so we took the trade that expires at 10 a.m. on binary options, pretty much at the money, and just let it rip until we collected about $35 on that trade, and so then hopped off. And then what happens a lot of times is that after that first move higher in the market here is that it pushed up and rolled down. I don't touch this off because it was coming back to VWAP, and you never know when they're going to reverse it from VWAP. And then here you got another buy, and we took this trade again, and then rode this trade up all the way until Europe closes. And then this is when the market changes. And this way you can put your end of the day short trades on. And then I just drew a line on the first two high points and then just let it go. And the only thing about today that was different is, and there was a quiet period in here for us, was the Fed minutes were going to be released. And then they had a pop here. And when that pop failed, this is a place to go short, back to VWAP. They rode it all the way back up again to the SD1. And then it broke back down below this trend line again. A lot of people think it's going to try to double top it again, and it rolled back down to VWAP. So that's how you trade it. That's how you use our signals. And like I said, this is software we call Day Trading Money Machine. Works well, and you'll make money on it nearly every day. And there's a lot of ways in which you can play this in terms of trading on the 3-minute, trading on the 5-minute. 5-minute, 3-minute are the same. I had the 3-minute up here because I was actually using the software to create 20-minute binary trades too. But the 3-minute and the 5-minute were essentially the same today in terms of buy-sell areas. So you can get that. You can just go into our site here, and you just go on to tradelikeagenius.com. And then once you get in there, you just select software, select Crypto Money Machine. We charge $899 for it, but if you use promo code Special Deal, you'll be able to get it for 67% off, so around $300. And I only do a couple of these a day. We sold out my allotment probably within an hour, hour and a half after I released the video yesterday. So if you want to get it, you need to act right away for it. It's just money in the bank, and you'll like it a lot. And so if you're interested, go ahead and do that. Now flipping over to the some of the trades at the market side is that we have the first one I want to show you is I've been watching IQ here, and had a nice bounce, low volume area here. It's coming up, it's bull flagging underneath this mild falling wedge, and if it breaks through, which I suspect it will, it brings this trend line into play right here, and we should be able to get up into the $34, $35 area for it. I think we're having a bit of a change here. I think people are rotating back into some of the Chinese names because China's throwing more liquidity at their markets again, and so there's going to be an opportunity for somebody. And I think there's a good 10% move here. We're watching it. If it breaks over 29.80, tomorrow or Friday, we'll take a shot long on it officially. And then beyond that, we're in AG. Okay, it's still coming out nicely here, and just keeping an eye on it. We bought it at 547. Our stop's down here. And we bought Goro today at the open. It's pretty flat today. And the only thing I'm worried about here is that if it needs to get some momentum here, or I'll jump out and wait for it to come back down to here if it fails. But I'm just going to watch my money flow on that one. And then FCX is doing pretty well for us too. And so that's just grinding higher every day. And like I said, I'm just keeping things pretty easy right now. These next 6 weeks is going to be crazy. And just going back to this chart here, what we're seeing is that these early moves, when it comes in above VWAP, comes down and tests it, comes back up. When Europe closes, this sell-off back to VWAP is telling me that there's some distribution happening. This market looks a lot like what happened in June. And so I think we may see this kind of market go now until the Fed meeting in September, or on Friday we'll get some better clarification from Powell. He'll do a speech after his Jackson Hole shindig that you and I get to pay for, and then we'll be able to understand a little bit more what he's thinking. But if he doesn't reveal anything, I think we're going to see this kind of market into the Fed meeting, where people are going to try to lift it overnight and then take profits during the day, which is okay by me. And so tomorrow, my expectation is to look at the open and see if it's coming in. If it's coming in like today, last 2 days have been like this, and I'm looking to try to make my trades early, make my money early, and get out, and then maybe throw something on the high here and see if it will rotate back down to VWAP. If we open below, because Thursdays tend to be the weakest day of the week, is that I probably will do nothing. I don't like shorting so much, but I may take the first short out of a VWAP down and then wait until closer to the end of the day, because they usually rally it up, unless there's some really big news pending for Friday or there's some worry in the world. They'll rally it back up onto the close, and that just makes for a long waiting day but easy money. And then Friday, I think we rally like we always do. Or if his speech is not very helpful, we'll basically trend down the whole day and maybe finish on the lows. So it all depends what comes out of his mouth, and depends what time he speaks. I'll have to check on that tomorrow. But anyways, Bob from Trade Genius, thanks for listening. Take advantage of what we're doing here, help you make some money, and you get a good ROI on the stuff that we're selling you. Thanks. Bye-bye.